Well, welcome back to the Player's Toolbox on Cardboard Swords and a Happy New Year. We've had lots of heavy hitters spoilers dropping over the festive period. If you've missed any, don't worry. Strap in, it's the Spoilers Roundup. In case you missed it, Brute is back, baby, and the first hero we had spoiled was Kaio, Armed and Dangerous. It's a 40 life 4 intellect hero, and you only have one weapon zone. Attack action cards you own get +1 power as long as they're not on the combat chain, and the first time you discard an attack action with 6 or more power on your action phase, you'll get a Might token. The Might token pops at the start of your turn and gives your next attack +1 power. So the jury's still out on Kaio's power level, but Brute fans are happy they've got new toys to play with and a new hero to brew around. We also got the young version of the hero with 20 life and the same text. But Kaio wasn't the only Brute making a return in this set. Rhinar Reckless Rampage is back with exactly the same text but some brand spanking new art. Just to recap then, he's a 40 life 4 intellect Brute hero, and whenever you discard a card with 6 or more power, you intimidate. This means an opponent banishes a random card from their hand until the end of the turn. We also got a young version of the same hero with familiar art for those that have the classic battles decks. Although Rhinar isn't necessarily new, it does look like he's getting some new tricks. Show No Mercy is a new Rhinar specialisation. It blocks for 3 and it has 6 power. When you attack with it, you intimidate an opponent. And if your opponent has no cards in their hand, then it gets a buff of 3, making it a 3 for 9. No Fear is a Brute Majestic, and it's an instant. As an additional cost to play it, you can banish any number of 6 power attacks from your hand. You get them back at the end of the turn. No Fear then prevents damage equal to 2 plus the number of cards you banished. So a pretty useful defensive tool to have available. At rare, we got Rawhide Rumble, which comes in red, yellow and blue flavour and also features the new keyword Beat Chest. And Beat Chest is essentially an optional discard. If you choose to beat chest with Rawhide Rumble, it gains Intimidate. One of the commons we've seen is Bonebreaker Bellow, and it again has the Beat Chest keyword. It gives your next Brute attack a little buff, and if you did beat your chest, it gives it an even bigger buff. We've also seen Smashback Alehorn, a blue pitched 2-block Brute action. It has Go Again and creates you an Agility and a Might token. Brute players are always looking for decent blues to run, but I'm not sure this makes the grade. Hybrid class cards are back in this set, so let's have a look at the Brute Warrior stuff. First up, we've got Test of Agility and another new keyword with Clash. When you clash with an opponent, you reveal the top card of your deck, and the player with the biggest power on their attack action wins. In this case, they'll become the proud owner of an Agility token. Agile Wind-Up is a 7 attack Brute Warrior attack action. It also has an instant ability to discard it and create an Agility token. In red and yellow, this seems like a very playable limited card. We also saw Wage Agility, another card with another new mechanic. It says when this attacks, you may wager an Agility token. If you do decide to wager, when the chain link resolves, if it hit, you'll create the token. If it didn't hit, your opponent gets it. We've also seen Runner Runner, a 6 power 3 block 2 cost attack action. When it attacks, if you manage to give it Go Again, you also create an Agility token. On to the Warriors, and back with a vengeance, we've got Kasai. Kasai fans have been screaming out for an adult version of the hero, and they've got it, although the mechanics look very different. She's a 40 life 4 intellect warrior hero, and if you've drawn a card this turn, your sword attacks cost 1 less to activate. And don't worry, due to a bit of a change in tack from LSS, the Centauri Sabres are still available. As a once per turn action, you can banish 2 red and 2 yellow cards from your graveyard. If you do, the next time a weapon you control hits a hero, you'll create a gold token. So Kasai still wants to slash for cash. And we got a young hero with the same text. We also got a new warrior hero in the form of Olympia, Prized Fighter, a 40 life 4 intellect hero, and the first time each of your attacks wins a wager, you create a gold token. Now we've seen a little bit of support so far for the wager mechanic, but it's difficult to say how powerful this will be. But making multiple wagers against your opponent seems like a lot of fun. And of course we got the 20 life 4 intellect young version of the hero with the same text. We also had Olympia's specialisation revealed, Up the Ante. It's a blue pitch block 3, which is a good start. It has an X cost and you can choose X plus 1 modes. Target attack wages an agility token, target attack wages a gold token, target attack wages a vigour token. And the last mode gives your attack a buff equal to the number of times you've wagered. This seems pretty strong as wagering in the reaction step is a lot more powerful. Raise an Army is the name of Kasai's new specialisation. It's a yellow pitch, 0 cost action that blocks for 3. As an additional cost to play it, you can destroy X gold. You create Centauri Sellsword tokens equal to the number of gold destroyed. Sellsword tokens are little mercenary allies with 3 power and 2 life. You can pay 1 and make them attack with Go Again, although you can only do that if you've swung with a weapon this turn. So Kasai's looking very different, but you got to admit, assembling an army to exact your revenge seems like a lot of fun. At rare we got Take the Upper Hand, a 0 cost warrior attack reaction. It gives you attack +3, but you can only play it if you've wagered that chain link. At common, Hold'em is a 1 cost warrior action. It gives you next warrior attack +3 and you can wager a Vigor token. And the Vigor token will pop at the start of your turn and give you a resource. Another common is Goblet of Blood-Run Wine, a blue pitch 0 cost action that blocks for 2. It simply says create an agility and a Vigor token and go again. We've also seen a Warrior Guardian hybrid card in Wage Vigor, a 3 cost 7 power attack, and when it attacks you can wager a Vigor token. Again, this looks very playable in Limited. And finally we get into our Guardian heroes with Betsy, skin in the game. She's a 40 life, 4 intellect hero, and whenever an attack you control wagers, you may pay 2. If you do, it gets +1 and Overpower. Now Overpower is a powerful mechanic in Limited, but will this be enough to break into the constructed meta? At first glance, this ability appears to be very similar to Bravo Showstopper. I guess we're waiting on more wager support to see if Betsy can be better than Bravo. We also got the 20 life, 4 intellect young version of the same hero. We've also had Betsy's specialisation, Bet Big, a 4 cost 8 power Guardian attack. And when this attacks, you can just wager all the things: gold, vigour and might. Bigger Than Big is a 3 cost Guardian aura. It gets destroyed on the start of your turn and your next Guardian attack gets +5. You can also wager a might token with your opponent. We've also got a Pint of Strong and Stout, a 0 cost blue pitch 2 block that creates a might and a vigour token. So each class has an affinity for different token types, and you can bet there's a lot more support for this on the way. Onto the generic cards, and first up we've got a whole suite of equipment. Each of these pieces blocks equal to the number of opposing heroes with greater life than you. So these are going to be very serviceable Limited cards, and in UPF and those multiplayer formats, these are going to be great. This is a pretty clever way of giving UPF some more support. We've also got Wage Gold, a 3 cost 7 power attack with the keyword universal, meaning it actually gains the class type of your hero. And obviously when it attacks, you can wager a gold token. Money Where Your Mouth is a 1 cost action with Go Again that blocks for 2. It buffs your next attack by 3, and when it attacks, you can wager a gold token. And Test of Strength is a 4 block. When it defends, you clash with your opponent for a gold token. The expansion slot means there's something in this set for everyone. Graven Call is a one-handed assassin dagger. It costs 2 to attack for 1 with Go Again, and it has piercing 1 in line with all the other daggers. At instant speed you can destroy this to equip it from your graveyard, ensuring more tricky, flicky dagger shenanigans. And Coercive Tendency is a new Arachne specialisation. It's a blue pitch block 3 attack reaction. You look at the top 3 cards of the defending hero's deck, you put them back in any order and banish the top card. If doing so completes you a contract, you just get Go Again on the whole chain. Reel In is a new Ranger instant with an X cost. You look at the top X +1 cards of your deck and put up to 4 traps from among them into your hand. It also has Reload. Sonata Galaxia is a Runeblade action that costs 1 less for each rune chant you control. It has a double X cost, and you can search your deck for a Runeblade aura with cost X or less and put it into the arena. If X is 2 or more, it gets Go Again. And the cult also went wild when Az spoiled Azalea's new legendary specialisation, Judge, Jury and Executioner, a 1 cost 5 power attack that if it has an aim counter when it hits, the opponent discards all but 1 card from their hand. Now where did I put that Sandscoured Greatbow? Illusionists got Dissolve Reality, a yellow pitch 0 cost illusionist action. It forces each hero to put all the cards in their arsenal on the bottom of the deck and create a ponder token. Illusionists also got Luminaris Angel's Glow, the 3rd iteration of Luminaris. The 3rd time's a charm. If you've pitched a yellow, your first Herald attack gets Go Again, and also your first Angel attack. This seems like it's going to be pretty powerful. Well, more powerful than Luminaris Mark II, but obviously less powerful than Mark I. So there you have it folks, the first roundup of the Heavy Hitters spoiler season. We'll keep rounding up these spoilers, so if you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.